Hello and welcome everyone on this official platform of Legacy IS Academy. So today in this session we are going to discuss one of the sensitive issues that is related to northeastern part of India and a state is Manipur. What if I told you that the key to peace in a small Indian state lies not within its borders but deep in the dense rebel held jungles of Myanmar? Ji haan, that the fate of over 40 million people across India's northeast is tied to a secretive war being fought across an international border. So, welcome to Manipur, a land scared by ethnic conflict, political betrayal, and shadow wars. But behind the headlines lies a story few are talking about, that is a story of how tribal bonds, covert diplomacy, and international insurgent networks are shaping peace or war in this region called as South Asia. So in this video, we are diving deep into a story that connects the secret missions, rebel alliances, India's geopolitical chessboard, and a hidden campaign involving India's intelligence, its neighbors, as well as the future of Indo-Pacific region. That is from Chin Hills of Myanmar to the streets of Imphal and Aswal. So this is the unfold truth about why the road to peace in Manipur travels through Myanmar. So this session is going to be interesting. So stay with me till the end and you will not believe that what India is doing behind the scenes. So we need to understand what is the main idea in this issue called as Manipur issue. So as you can see here, this Chin state, Myanmar. So we need to understand that what India is doing behind these scenes. What is the main idea here? So let me tell you about the main idea. So what is the main idea? As you can see here, that the lasting peace in Manipur this Manipur, which is a state in northeastern part of India, and it depends on the situation in a Chin state in neighboring Myanmar region. As you can see here, तो मणिपुर में पीस के लिए सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट रीजन है चिन स्टेट. अब ऐसा क्यों है? So let me tell you, the peace in Manipur depends on the situation in this region called as Chin state. Chin state is in neighboring region called as Myanmar, Burma. So as long as Chin militants take shelter in Manipur and help the local Kuki militants, peace will remain difficult. जब तक Chin रिबल्स मणिपुर में शेल्टर लिए हुए हैं और ये कुकीज की हेल्प कर रहे हैं, तब तक पीस आ पाना मणिपुर में बहुत ही ज्यादा डिफिकल्ट है. समझ में आ रहा है? सो दिस इज द मेन आइडिया. सो व्हेन वी से दैट like Chin state, so the situation depends on Myanmar also, as we know that in Myanmar is going through a civil war. So first of all we need to understand the background. अब background क्या है इन सभी न्यूज का? अगर हम बात करें तो बैकग्राउंड की शुरुआत कहां से होती है? इन सभी चीजों की शुरुआत, मणिपुर के क्राइसिस की शुरुआत होती है 2023 से. नाउ सो ओवरऑल स्टोरी मैं आपको बता देता हूं. मणिपुर हैज सीन एथनिक वायलेंस सिंस May 2023, मेनली बिटवीन मीती एंड कुकी कम्युनिटीज. नाउ although violence has reduced by early 2024, but still there is mistrust between ethnic group communities in Manipur. Now, so this mistrust among the ethnic groups still continues. So various efforts are taken by the Ministry of Home Affairs also. अब Ministry of Home Affairs ने भी बहुत सारे efforts लिए हुए. Now, efforts by India's Ministry of Home Affairs to broker the peace between Meiteis and Kukis have just started. तो सवाल यह है, प्रॉब्लम कहां पर आ रही है? What is the problem here then? So we need to understand the problems. Now the problem here is Chin militants. Now Chin militants from Myanmar, especially from Chin state, they cross into Manipur. जी हाँ, Chin militants जो है म्यांमार से, because Myanmar is going through the civil war, and this Chin militants, they are crossing into the state called as Manipur, and they are training and giving arms and ammunition to Kuki militants. They are training and giving arms and ammunition to Kuki militants. They are participating in the attacks on Meiteis. So the Kukis and Chins, they are ethnically related. Kukis और Chins जो हैं ये ethnically जुड़े हुए, and they are part of Zo ethnic community. As you can see here, they are ethnically related and they are part of Zo ethnic community, Zo ethnic family along with the Mizos. Clear? Now अब सवाल ये उठता है, why India can't take military actions? What is the reason behind this? So let me tell you, there are various reasons that India cannot take military action. Why? Because armed operations against the Chin Kuki militants, it would anger Mizoram also. अगर Chin और Kuki militants के खिलाफ armed operation किया, this will anger Mizoram, where people are ethnically closest to Chin Kuki groups. Now, this will hurt India's ties with Chin resistance also. जी हाँ, इंडिया के जो चिन ग्रुप के साथ टाइज है म्यांमार में, उस पे भी असर पड़ेगा. एंड अपार्ट फ्रॉम दिस, इंडिया सपोर्ट्स द चिन नेशनल काउंसिल एंड अराकन आर्मी इन म्यांमार फॉर स्ट्रैटेजिक रीजंस. म्यांमार में इंडिया जो है चिन नेशनल काउंसिल अराकन आर्मी को सपोर्ट करता है फॉर इट्स ओन स्ट्रैटेजिक रीजंस. ओके, नाउ this is going to impact strategic projects also. Now, how strategic projects are affecting? The most important project is Kaladan Multimodal Transit Project. Now, this Kaladan Multimodal Transit Project, it connects India's Mizoram to Myanmar Sitwe port through Chin state. Now, this connects India's Mizoram state to Myanmar through to Myanmar Sitwe port, and through which state? Through Chin state के through ही connect करता है. Now this project is delayed because of fighting in Myanmar. जो civil war चल रहा है म्यांमार में, उसकी वजह से ये प्रोजेक्ट डिले हो रहा है. Now control of Chin and Rakhine states by local resistance group like Chin National Council and Arakan Army, it helps India's in, now this help India's interest also. Clear? तो ये चीजें इंडिया के इंटरेस्ट में ही है. अब इंडिया का सीक्रेट इन्वॉल्वमेंट क्या है इन सभी चीजों में? So what is India's secret involvement here? So let me tell you, he is Minister of Mizoram, CM of Mizoram, whose name is Laldu Homa. Now, Mizoram Chief Minister Laldu Homa, he helped merge two Chin resistance group. First, Chin Land Council, another Interim Chin National Consultative Council. इन्होंने काफी हेल्प किया दो ग्रुप्स को मर्ज करने में. फर्स्ट इज चिन लैंड काउंसिल, अनदर इज इंटरिम चिन नेशनल कंसल्टेटिव काउंसिल. अब इस साल क्या डेवलपमेंट हुआ? So let me tell you, on 26th February 2025, they merged to form Chin National Council, that too in Aswal region, Mizoram. So India is supporting this move behind the scenes. और उसी के बाद न्यूज आती है मीजो एमपीज रोल. जी हां, अब मीजो एमपी का रोल क्या है? उसी के बाद न्यूज आई that is राज्यसभा एमपी के वनलवेना. के वनलवेना, राज्यसभा एमपी from Mizoram, he went to Camp Victoria in Chin state on 27 February 2025, and he met Chin leaders and he urged them to join Indian Union. कहा कि आप ज्वाइन करिए इंडियन यूनियन. and some Chin groups were open to the idea and others were cautious for this move, है ना। अब इंडिया का न्यू स्टैंस क्या है रेफ्यूजीज को लेकर? कहा जा रहा है अराउंड 40,000 चिन रेफ्यूजीज आर इन मिजोरम, 40,000 के लगभग मिजोरम में चिन रेफ्यूजीज हैं। अर्लियर इंडिया वांटेड टू डिपोर्टेड देम, अर्लियर इंडिया वांटेड टू डिपोर्टेड देम, बट नाउ होम मिनिस्टर अमित शाह हैज प्रॉमिस्ड नॉट टू डिपोर्ट देम एंड टू हेल्प मिजोरम सपोर्ट देम। अब इन्होंने कहा कि डिपोर्ट नहीं करना है, इनकी हेल्प करनी है मिजोरम को, क्लियर, ताकि इन रेबल्स को सपोर्ट किया जाए। नाउ तो इंडिया का मोटिव क्या है? चिन विक्ट्री इन म्यांमार, चिन की विक्ट्री होनी चाहिए म्यांमार रीजन में। अब सवाल ये उठता है व्हाई चिन्स विक्ट्री इन म्यांमार मैटर्स फॉर इंडिया, व्हाट इज द रीजन? अब समझिए, if Chin resistant groups defeat Myanmar junta government, then in this scenario Chin militants in Manipur will return home, and अब इससे जो Chin militants है मणिपुर में वो चले जाएंगे वापस, refugees in Mizoram will go back, then India can use goodwill with Chin leaders to urge Kuki Miti reconciliation, and this will help stop the demand for a separate Kuki state. इंडिया का ये प्लान है। So overall if you see, Mizo leaders can influence the Kuki leaders towards the peace. Mizo leaders help कर सकते हैं Kuki leaders को कि peace के लिए बात की जाए। अब सवाल ये उठ रहा है यहां पर ब्रॉडर बेनिफिट्स क्या है इंडिया के लिए? What are the broader benefits for India? तो अब अगर हम ब्रॉडर बेनिफिट्स की बात करें, so Chin victory will also help stabilizing the Sagaing region जो म्यांमार का है। अगर चिन की जीत होती है, it will help stabilize Sagaing region of Myanmar where some Meitei insurgents are hiding. Now once Chin forces control that Sagaing region, India can work with them to eliminate Meitei insurgents, and this will help to bring full peace in Myanmar. That the Chin Manipur conflict and India's covert strategy have serious implications also. समझ में आ रहा है? तो इससे क्या होगा? This will help in bringing full peace in Myanmar. अगर इंडिया चीन के साथ काम करता है उन मीती इंसर्जेंट को म्यांमार से एलिमिनेट करने में, this will bring full peace in Myanmar region, है ना। अब सवाल क्या उठता है? सवाल ये उठता है यहां पर कि ये जो चिन मणिपुर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट चल रहा है, यहां पर इंडिया की जो कोवर्ट स्ट्रेटजी है, इसके कुछ सीरियस इंप्लीकेशंस हो सकते हैं रीजनल सिक्योरिटी में, एंड नॉट जस्ट इन नॉर्थ ईस्ट इंडिया, अक्रॉस साउथ एशिया, इवन इन द इंडो पैसिफिक रीजन। सो अब ऐसे कौन से इंप्लीकेशंस हो सकते हैं? अब देखो, अगर आप इस चीज को समझिए, पहला इंप्लीकेशन जो हो सकता है, इट विल हैव स्पिल ओवर ऑफ म्यांमार सिविल वॉर इनटू इंडिया। कैसे? सो अब यहां पर समझने वाली चीज ये है दैट चिन रेजिस्टेंस ग्रुप फ्रॉम म्यांमार, दे ऑफन क्रॉस द मणिपुर फॉर रेफ्यूज, ट्रेनिंग एज वेल एज कोऑर्डिनेशन विद कुकी मिलिटेंट्स। Now this turns Manipur into an extension of Myanmar's battlefield that is going to undermine the India's internal security. Now it also create lawless zone along the 398 kilometer, है ना, Indo-Myanmar border, and this can be exploited by the narcotic cartels also, armed smugglers and other militant groups. Second implication could be ethnic tension in the northeastern region. कैसे? Now the Kuki Chin Mizo groups, they share deep ethnic ties across borders, and if India act too harshly against Chin Kuki militants in Manipur region, it could ignite the unrest in Mizoram, which has already hosted 40,000 plus Chin refugees. Now there is also fear of renewed insurgency in Mizoram, which was peaceful for decades after the Mizo Accord in 1986. Another implication here could be strategic balancing in Myanmar region. How? Now see, India is carefully balancing ties with both Myanmar military junta as well as resistance forces like Chin National Council as well as Arakan Army. Now, any misstep like launching the counter-insurgency operation in Manipur, it could alienate these resistance groups and it will weaken India's influence and leaving a vacuum for China to step in this. Clear? Another implication could be related to the India's infrastructure project, that is Kaladan project and India connectivity goals. So Kaladan multimodal transit transport project, it is a key to connecting northeastern India to the Bay of Bengal region, and it is stalled due to fighting in Chin and Rakhine state. So without security and cooperation from Chin and Arakan forces, इंडिया की जो एक्ट ईस्ट पॉलिसी है, दैट इज इंडियाज एक्ट ईस्ट पॉलिसी एंड रीजनल ट्रेड कॉरिडोर्स आर एट रिस्क. और इसी के साथ साथ अगला जो इंप्लीकेशन है, दैट कैन बी चाइनाज एक्सपैंडिंग इन्फ्लुएंस. नाउ चाइना इज क्वाइटली कोर्टिंग द म्यांमार junta and China is also silently watching India's move in Chin and Rakhine state. Now if India loses goodwill among the Chin or Arakan resistance forces, it could push them towards Chinese support, and this will give Beijing another entry point into India's strategic backyard. And another implication could be cross-border insurgencies. Now cross-border insurgencies kaise? Cross-border insurgencies and safe havens. Now for example, Sagaing region bordering Nagaland and Manipur, and it hosts Meitei insurgent also. So this is a kind of valley based this is a kind of valley based group fighting the Indian state. So if there is peace in Chin, it could help neutralize these groups by cutting off their safe havens, which is an important step towards ending decade armed insurgency. समझ में आ रहा है? In the northeastern region. Now overall, if you see this thing, so this is not just a local issue. This is not just a local issue. It is the strategic chessboard which involves India, Myanmar, China, as well as insurgent network also. And the outcome of Chin conflict, it could reshape India's northeast. It can impact India-Myanmar relations. It can determine the success of regional infrastructure. It can shift the balance of power in South Asia. Clear? So what is the current status? अगर हम current status की बात करें, so the talks between Meitei and Kuki, they have begun formally as well as informally also. Now India is quietly supporting Chin resistant groups, and military action in Manipur is unlikely due to strategic, ethnic and political concerns. तो ओवरऑल अगर आप चीजें देखें, अगर जो अभी हमने डिस्कस किया, तो अब सवाल ये उठता है, राइट नाउ द विक्ट्री ऑफ चिन स्टेट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. सो नाउ यू नो द ट्रुथ दैट द सॉल्यूशन टू वन ऑफ द इंडियाज most complex internal conflict does not lie in army operation or political talks alone, but in a careful high stakes game which is being played in the shadow of Myanmar war zone. So as the Chin resistance inches closer to victory, as India quietly supports them from cross border, a new opportunity is emerging. In that too, a new opportunity is emerging to heal this deep ethnic divides and to reclaim peace in Manipur and to secure the future of entire Northeast. But it's a razor edge. One wrong move would alienate allies and it will provoke China or even reignite the old flames of insurgency. So the world must watch this space, because what happens next in the remote hills of Chin and Manipur might just rewrite the map of peace, borders, as well as diplomacy in South Asia. So if you found this story eye-opening, so hit like, share this video and drop your thoughts in the comment section. That do you think that India is doing the right thing? And should the Chin state become a part of India? So let's start this conversation because the world needs to hear. Thank you so much.